Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Tuesday, February 6, 2024. This video, we're going to take a look at the upcoming total eclipse of the sun that's happening on April 8th. Now, there's a lot of excitement about it from all over, but I'm noticing where I've relocated in Presque Isle, Maine, there's definitely excitement because we're right in the path of that eclipse when it happens. Now, I'm going to take you to a compilation. We'll look at a few little facts and information and just some interesting tidbits about this upcoming event. And then I had a viewer, I'm going to share her email without identifying who that person was because I don't have her permission to do that, and kind of pose her question to the universe. So let's go to the compilation, which you can look at your leisure if you so choose. It will be the Facebook link that'll be in the video description box. If not, just follow along and enjoy. Okay, it's just a point of information that the last solar eclipse on August 21st, 2017 followed this path. And it's interesting that that path intersected Salem, Oregon, Salem, Idaho, Salem, Wyoming, Salem, Nebraska, Salem, Missouri, Salem, Kentucky, Salem, South Carolina. And interesting to note also that it was Salem was the term used before Jerusalem became Jerusalem. So at the 88-degree latitude longitude line, I don't know if I think it's the latitude line, lat flat. Okay, the intersection is for this current one that's coming up in April. Doesn't mean, just remember there's 7 years in between them, but they did notice that there's a point of intersection here. Now, there are 8 Ninevehs that are going to be in the path of the solar eclipse in April. And remember, you can't make this stuff up. An eclipse was a sign that God gave Nineveh of their impending judgment. So if they say this eclipse may be biblical, it might well be. It might well be. Let's see. And I also, because again, I live in the path of that eclipse, and I'm hoping for a sunny day that day. Just notice I went from Caribou to Presque Isle, 15 miles, so I'm in the path here. So, and my local county, Aroostook County, is gearing up, expecting lots of guests and people coming from all over to watch the eclipse in the area. So the excitement's is building, definitely building locally here. Now, here is an article from space.com that talks about the eclipse. It's informative. You may want to read that at your leisure. If not, or if you don't like to follow the links, just know that space.com has a solar eclipse article that you might be able to find if you search that way. Okay, and here are a couple of the Ninevehs that were being talked about. The Aroostook.com has a Maine Solar Eclipse 2024 group. You can follow along if you're interested in the main element of it. And here is what was sent to me by a viewer. There's going to be a major solar eclipse on April 8th, 2024 across the US. I live in the Buffalo, New York area in the path of the eclipse. All the schools in Erie County are closed that day because it will be dark when the schools will be dismissing the students, and the schools do not want to be responsible for the children looking at the eclipse. I've always wondered what causes eye problems when looking at an eclipse. I've heard stories all my life that you can burn your cornea and go blind if you stare at an eclipse. Eclipses have been around forever, and do people throughout the ages all go blind when they stared at the eclipse? Or is this just another lie that we've bought into? One of my theories is that the cabal told the lie because maybe we gained some spiritual insights or power from viewing it. I was wondering if you could ask the cards if the eclipse enhances us in some way by viewing it with the naked eye. I'm not promoting people view the eclipse without special glasses because eyesight is so precious if it is dangerous. And so that is what I wanted to ask the cards tonight. I know that I can, first of all, closing schools for an entire day for an eclipse that's lasting less than 5 minutes. Come on, what's going on here, really? Yeah, it's 4 minutes and some odd seconds is the length of the eclipse. So I tell you what, if it's a sunny day, I'm planning to look at it. I'm not planning to stare fixedly at it, but I'm going to get out in the sunshine and I am going to view it and I'm going to glance away, glance away, just like I would on a sunny day if I was walking down the street and trying to see if there were any clouds near the sun. But let's just ask the cards, is there a spiritual or can viewing the eclipse carefully have some sort of benefit to us that the cabal would rather we not know about, plus other insights and information the universe wants us to know? So viewing it carefully, are there some hidden benefits to it for us? I'm interested. I know we're getting some upgrades and our sun is a big part of that. And a lot of the changes and healing that we're going to be enjoying comes from solar energy. And so I wanted to pose this question. Let's switch the camera. You can watch me work with the cards. And again, our question is going to be, are there potential benefits to carefully viewing the eclipse that the deep state or cabal would rather we not be aware of, plus any other insights or information the universe wants us to know? Okay, I think we've covered our bases. Let's do it. Yeah, since this is my second video in one day, I, besides restoring the energy of the cards, tapping them on some selenite, I did ask that three card question of, was the universe ready to work with me about the eclipse question? And I got a yes. So, oops, and the Ace of Pentacles jumps out. That was a jump, guys. And the Ace of Pentacles indicates manifestation and success. So I'm going to put it back into the deck. It may still show up later. I've had that happen more than once. Okay, so we got a definite yes about our question. Are there some possible health benefits, positive benefits from carefully viewing the eclipse that the universe wants us to, the cabal doesn't want us to know about, that the universe does. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, our first card is the 10 of Swords and then the 3 of Swords. Page of Wands, Queen of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, Judgment, the Tower. Okay, so we were curious, based on the email I got from my viewer, does the cabal, is there some health benefits that the eclipse might have to us to view that the cabal does not want us to know? That ace that showed up was a definite yes. Okay, now the 10 of Swords is indicating that that's kind of an ending, end of one chapter, start of another. Okay, so we've been told, and that this card, the 3 of Swords, often talks about we've been on the receiving end of some lies and heartache. Okay, Now, we were asking, is there benefit to be had from carefully viewing the eclipse when it happens? Let's see what happens here. Page of Wands is showing up, which is a cautious optimism card. So yes, if we're careful about it, there is some benefit we could have, some upgrades we may get, some health benefits that we may get, again, from carefully viewing. I'm not going to suggest how you do that. I told you how I will. When I was a school child, we made little eclipse viewing boxes and viewed them that way. So the information has been out there for decades that it's not good to look at an eclipse directly. And I would say, that you wouldn't want to do it without giving your eyes a break. Like I said, glimpse, look away, glimpse, look away. I don't see how that could hurt, but that's just me. That's just me. Now, the current state here with the Queen of Swords showing up, she is very, very patient and objective and uses clear thinking. So again, we're getting kind of a confirmation here. Yes, there's a benefit to it that they really don't want us to take advantage of. I'm still not buying that whole thing about the closing schools for an entire day for a 5-minute eclipse or less than 5 minutes. That doesn't make sense to me. Let's look forward though. We have two major arcana that showed up in the near future line for this. First of all, the near future this is a card of balance. Again, I was saying use of discretion and choose wisely how you view the eclipse when it happens, if you do. And then on the other side of it here, again, judgment. This is often about reviewing past choices. So in the past, if you heeded some of the warnings and urban legends, employ that intellect, that objective thinking that was shown here and here, and decide how you want to view or not view, the event when it happens. But it is going to be a catalyst of some sort, and I think it's going to be, as far as our personal health systems go, our DNA, it's going to be a catalyst. It is. So I don't want to even think that this is indicating that some people are going to be reckless and burn their corneas. If there is an element of truth in that, I just see it more as, I think everybody that has an opportunity to view the eclipse should. I'll just leave it at that. Let's get a couple more cards and see what else the universe wanted us to know about this. Okay, again, it's signaling for human health systems, and a long, slow change is going to kind of be put into effect by this eclipse. And the Wheel of Fortune, beautiful card. Okay, again, look at all these major arcanas we've got going here. We've got 4 of our cards are major arcanas. Now, Death card usually talks about a long, slow change. Okay, and the upgrade and restoring of human DNA and other elements of our physical selves has been a long, slow process. And it's coming to a point where we're going to see some more benefits. Now, I personally have seen over the last couple of years, I've seen some health improvements. I've seen some improvements of my intuitive gift. And I think, so again, some physical, some non-physical, but we're definitely getting to a point where this eclipse could be rather large, okay, as far as the good benefit it has for humankind. So if you're in the path, you might want to make it a point to try to view it that day as you choose to, what seems careful and prudent to you. So let's recap. One of my viewers was asking if the narrative that viewing eclipses is harmful and should be avoided and could burn your corneas and what have you, if there's actually a possible health benefit to carefully viewing an eclipse, and if that's really kind of behind all the fear mongering that goes on about these events. And while there's a lot of ways to look at the eclipse, I think it's going to be kind of a bigger, it may feel like if you're totally asleep that it ends up being a non-event, but I think it's going to be one where people that are awake and aware participate, they can feel and benefit from it. The cards definitely said that we've been lied to about eclipses. Okay, definitely had some lies, and that is changing. Coming to a new chapter where people are gonna be a little more aware of some benefits out there that sunlight, vibrations, crystals, what have you. We're coming to a time of appreciating and incorporating a lot of those things into our daily lives and our health systems. Okay, use good judgment on how you choose to view it. Again, I will say this one more time. I shared how I plan to carefully view the eclipse with some glances and glances away, and I'll have some prescription sunglasses on hand if I feel like those are necessary, depends on how bright the day is. But I'm going to make an effort to view it, especially since I live in the path of it. And according to the cards, this eclipse is kind of a tower moment. Now, if it's a tower moment because of some upgrades we're going to enjoy, or because it's going to coincide with some big events happening, with the eclipses were historically known as a talk of impending judgment, what have you, and the judgment card showed up. So I think 2024 is going to be very interesting and event-filled. And I believe the time up till now in the eclipse is going to be particularly so. So what can I say? We're going to watch the developments. We're going to watch with interest. We're not going to buy into fear porn. And we're going to make good, considered, logical choices for how we deal with change and things that happen in our world. And through it all, as long as the internet's up and electricity's going, I'll be checking in with you and cheering you on, okay? So be the best human you can be. Be kind, be loving, enjoy your life. And if you don't have the capacity to watch current events without getting discouraged and absorbing that energy, then just tune out for a while. Things are going to happen with or without you overseeing them. So when you can observe and not absorb, come on back. You'll know where to find us. That's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and attention. I don't take you for granted. And I appreciate each and every one of you, especially since so many of you have to watch for my content because I do get shadow banned and have to resubscribe. And I appreciate that you take the effort and time to do both of those things. So thank you. If you'd like to receive it, I send you love, light, and all things bright. Bye.